or to let people go or to release people. Not only did they release people, they released practically 3 times the number they were supposed to. ICE was given an order last week to reduce the number of detainees from 34,000 to 25,000 by March 1st. But they didn't have 34,000, they had 31,000. So this is strictly a political ploy. Now, the Washington Free Beacon is pointing out here that a 26% reduction in detainee populations reportedly ordered by ICE, much greater than what the sequester required. So the question remains, who gave this order? And why did they give this order? And why isn't the news media trying to track all this down? The Washington Free Beacon quotes a director of the Federation for American Immigration Reform who says the detainee releases are a culmination of a multi-year effort to release illegal immigrants rather than detain them. And some of these people genuinely are hardened criminals. So in an effort to scare everybody, by the way, as I said yesterday, once you release these people, how do you get them back? They're not wearing GPS identifiers or electronic tracking devices, ankle bracelets. How do you get them back? You put some PSAs on TV and say, by the way, if you were released from an illegal alien detention center last week, it's time to report back. So they're out there. I don't know how you get them back. You got 30,000 potential new Democrat voters. Well, yes, I know that's a cynical view, but I'm telling you, this whole thing is very, very suspicious. Now, see, yesterday, a lone figure at ICE raised his hand, said, I did it, and then he announced that he was retiring. Not resigning, retiring in a month or two. So they found a fall guy yesterday. But now the fall guy doesn't explain it all because there were far more detainees let go than were even required. And all of this happened before the sequester. So now we want to go back to the audio soundbites, and let's move forward here to audio soundbite number 14. This is David Rodham Gergen, last night on Anderson Cooper 69. Question. It kind of boggles the mind here, David Rodham Gergen, that here we are facing yet another crisis, and congressional leaders aren't even meeting with the president until Friday, when the cuts already take effect.
Americans are turned off and tuned out of what's going on. They're now increasingly saying, look, why can't both these sides get together? That's what we thought we voted for back in the election, and it's worse now than it was. I cannot remember a time when we seemed so leaderless, that nobody is stepping up and taking the reins.
Whoa, that would include Obama. You got David Rodham Gergen saying it. Obama's not acting like a leader. And this time around, the American people are blaming him, not just the Republicans. That's what David Rodham Gergen is afraid is going to happen. Here he says it in the next soundbite. Anderson Cooper says, is the president crying wolf over all of this?
No, I don't think they're crying wolf. I think they're quite intentionally allowing cuts to go on that are going to be painful, and that's what's irresponsible. It was this White House that proposed this bill with these rigidities built into it. They now come out and tell us, well, it is going to shut down the airline traffic. It's going to make it impossible to travel. It's going to shut down beat inspectors. For goodness sakes, we got to keep a carrier in port because of these tiny cuts. My goodness, the role of the president is first and foremost to protect the citizens.